A county-wide convenience store armed robbery crime spree, and the people who did it are on the loose. We'll tell you what you need to know.
Former NFL punter Matt Arisa speaking out today after Jane Doe agrees to drop a civil lawsuit against him, accusing him of rape.
The mystery respiratory illness affecting dogs nationwide, what you can do here in San Diego to keep your dog healthy.
San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria joins us live to talk about his Housing Action Package 2.0.
5, 6, 7, 8. Ready for a new twist on the Nutcracker? Details and a live report.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts right now.
A county-wide convenience store crime spree with nearly a dozen robberies overnight. Now, the search is on for those responsible. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Jesse Pagan. Marcella Lee is off tonight. Officers responded to nearly a dozen armed robbery calls in 3 hours. CBS 8's Anna Laurel is in Lake Murray tonight outside one of the stores hit. Anna?
This Chevron is one of 11 stores robbed last night, and authorities say they all have a similar MO. Several people come into the store with guns, and they steal cash or even the entire register. Authorities say if they don't catch them, someone could get hurt or even killed.
We don't want people to be afraid. We want them to be aware.
11 gas stations and convenience stores robbed in just 3 hours overnight, starting around 9:45 in Bonsall in North County, then Deer Springs and Mira Mesa. Suspects walked into stores in Grant Hill, Barrio Logan, Lake Murray, Santee, La Mesa, Spring Valley, and a final robbery at nearly 1 a.m. in Lakeside. San Diego police say they've been tracking armed robberies for weeks now and believe the same group is responsible for them all.
This many robberies where you have a group of between 1 and 4 people coming in with guns, demanding money, demanding property, in some cases taking a cash register and ripping it out and running out the store with it. That's pretty brazen.
This story in Barrio Logan was robbed around midnight. When I went in today, they were replacing the registers the thieves ripped out.
The suspects usually are between 1 and 4 juveniles. They're described by victims as black or Hispanic, often wearing dark-colored hoodies.
Others wear bandanas and ski masks. At the store on Lake Murray Boulevard, eyewitnesses say the boy with the gun looked like he was 10 to 15 years old. They believe he was with a female wearing a sports jersey and PJ pants.
With this many people involved, usually somebody knows something.
If you do know something, call Crime Stoppers. You can get money for your information. For everyone else, be on the lookout.
If they see something suspicious, they see people casing a business, you see people putting on masks or trying to conceal their identity. Obviously, if they see somebody with a gun, they call 911. These armed robberies contain a lot of risk for somebody to get hurt.
In Lake Murray, this is Anna Laurel for CBS 8.
Thanks, Anna. Tonight we're learning 1 Marine is dead and 14 others are injured after a training incident at Camp Pendleton.
This all happened yesterday when an amphibious combat vehicle rolled over. The Marine who died was assigned to the 15th Marine Expeditionary Unit. The Marine Corps won't identify them nor the others until they talk with families per military policy. Michael McDowell's son died in a similar incident in 2019. He's now an advocate for safety during this kind of training.
Every time there's a death and a rollover, I reach out after probably 2 weeks to the family in a very diplomatic way and say, look, I've been through this. We're now in a club nobody wants to be in, but I can guide you through the inquiry.
This latest incident is under investigation. Former NFL and San Diego State University football player Matt Arisa is talking with reporters now.
This comes after his attorneys announced the lawsuit accusing him of rape will be dropped. CBS 8's Kelly Hessedal was at today's news conference at the Hall of Justice and has more on what Arisa had to say.
Matt Arisa says he's focused on getting his life back, on getting his NFL career back. He says his life has been such a roller coaster since this all started that he's glad this chapter is finally coming to a close. Now, he was asked at one point today, are you angry? Here's what he said.
When you sue someone, you're kind of playing with house money. Her life wasn't affected. She didn't lose her job. Her life wasn't on pause throughout all this, but mine was.
Are you angry?
I am, but there comes a point where you have to move on and I have to focus on my life and being successful and happy and doing what I can.
And Arisa made it clear today moving forward means getting back into the NFL. So what happened with the civil suit is an agreement was reached between Arisa and Jane Doe. Neither side paid any money, but she agreed to drop him from the lawsuit alleging he took part in a gang rape at an off-campus party back in 2021. In return, he dropped his defamation lawsuit against her. Now, I asked him, looking back, do you have any any regrets. He says he wished he had stayed home that night. Arisa was cut by the Buffalo Bills last summer. Today he mentioned he's practiced with the Jets. He wouldn't say whether any other teams have reached out to him, but he says he's continuing to train and work out. He says it's not a matter of if he returns to the NFL, it's a matter of when. Now, even though he's no longer part of this civil case, a different kind of legal battle appears to be taking shape. Arisa says he plans to sue Jane Doe's attorney, Dan Gillian.
He lied time and time again, and specifically through the media, which caused me so much damage. Had he just filed the lawsuit and not gone on a big media tour, it might be a different story, but the way he handled it was unbelievably unprofessional.
She made false allegations. She perpetuated this false narrative for over a year that was devastating to not only Matt Arisa's profession, his future, but his family.
And that last woman you heard from is Arisa's attorney in the defamation lawsuit against Jane Doe, which again, he has agreed to drop. Now, I reached out to Dan Gillian for comment. So far, I have not heard back. As for the civil lawsuit against the other former players of SDSU, that continues to go forward. Trial is scheduled for February. Kelly Hessedal, CBS 8.
Thank you, Kelly. 11 San Diego Unified School District police officers are now formally suing the district and its police chief, saying he created a hostile work environment, retaliated, and promoted an officer he's in a relationship with over others.
The officers' lawyers first announced the lawsuit in August after they reported the issues to district leaders. They officially filed Monday. One officer is also now claiming Chief Alonzo Contreras sexually assaulted her in 2014 while he was still a sergeant.
According to the officers, the female officer's allegation, Contreras was her sergeant at the time. The assault has now been reported to Human Resources, but the officer involved still reports directly to Contreras' girlfriend, Sergeant Bruner. Hey, good morning, everyone.
San Diego Unified did not respond to our request for comment. You can read more on the lawsuit on our website, cbs8.com. Right now, city officials are meeting to discuss the recent school shooting threat at a Poway school. Last week, 38-year-old Lee Lohr was arrested after he allegedly threatened to commit a mass shooting at Shoal Creek Elementary. Today, San Diego City Council member Monty Von Wilpert is meeting with law enforcement and Poway Unified to discuss the threat and what people can do to prevent future shooting threats. We're going to update you with the latest tonight at 10.
Chula Vista's Harborside Park is reopening after more than a year closed. Today, the Chula Vista City Council voted unanimously to move forward with reopening plans. The council considered whether to reopen the park or use it as a site for housing and a recreation facility. Council members went with the first option, adding safety enhancements like more fencing and better lighting. The park closed in August over safety concerns. The Nutcracker is getting an overhaul, and SDSU is inviting you to see their new twist to the classic this Saturday night at 5.
CBS 8's Kirsten Holmes is with the SDSU Diamonds right now, and she joins us live to talk more about this year's performance, Majorette Nutcracker. Kirsten.
Oh my goodness, it is the Nutcracker like you've never seen before. I'm gonna get out of the way so you can take a look at SDSU's Diamonds. I'm here learning a thing or two from them as they get ready for their big holiday special, the Majorette Nutcracker. You know those twirlers with the batons? Well, these Majorettes are like that, but you hear all that bass, don't you? Extra bass for you. And the students we talked to today say they are so excited to bring their taste of culture to the campus.
You have watched that, you have seen it, you probably know some of the choreography. So I felt like it was just an opportunity for us to do it, but our version. So this type of Nutcracker is not one that you sit and clap for. That's not what this is. Everybody will be up. I want everybody up, dancing in the aisles, calling their homegirls, FaceTiming, doing everything because it's a party. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Brianna Jones, SDSU Diamonds coach and director of the Majorette Nutcracker, says it's time to put a spin on the classic and infuse some culture. And what better way to do that than with a Majorette style like you typically see at a historically black college or university?
Majorette is still fairly new to the San Diego area, but also California in general. So with the Diamonds celebrating their 11th year, 11th season, they were the first ones on the West Coast to do this. So it just only seemed right to bring it here.
At first we were kind of like, we don't know how this is going to go because we've all seen the Nutcracker before, but when she told us how like her visions and what she wanted to look like, we were all on board, and it really just pushes us to be better majorette dancers.
Jovan Roberts is the SDSU Diamonds head captain. She says the show gives her team an opportunity to really shine in a way that they haven't always been able to.
Not caring about the restrictions that they've put on us in the past, so not being able to perform on the field sometimes, not being included in some performances, but this is our show for us, by us.
There is different styles of nutcrackers, but I don't believe I've seen a majorette nutcracker, which is a mixture of jazz, hip-hop, battling, HBCU, you think majorette, so it's a lot of techniques that we don't get as Californians.
Reina Soto says her daughter Nevaeh has not only grown in confidence and skill, being a part of the production is having a whole other positive effect.
She wants to go to SDSU just because of the Nutcracker. It's motivating for her. Now she's thinking about college. She has goals.
We're going to give you tricks. We're going to give you stunts. We're going to give you majorette. We're going to give you marching. We're going to give you HBCU style dance with the Nutcracker kind of twist to it.
That is what you can expect Saturday night right here on SDSU's campus. We have links to tickets for you on our website, cbs8.com. You guys want to come out to this show. You want to see them perform, but they're asking me to perform with them. I'm going to go ahead and drop my mic a little bit. Oh, they clapping for me to drop the mic. Here we go. All right.
All right, Kirsten, give us a little A count. All right, Kirsten's got the moves.
We got choreography on CBS 8 News Live at 6.
Thank you, Kirsten.
The mic wasn't working anymore, but she was.
She was. She learned to move her too.
Nice job. And that performance looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Coming up, Mayor Todd Gloria is joining us live in studio to answer your questions.
Coming up next, we'll discuss the mayor's new housing action package 2.0.
Daytime highs for today were a little bit above seasonal, but we're going to widen that gap over the next couple days with the return of Santa Ana winds and days when it comes to chances for rain next week. Details ahead.
And concern is growing over a virus affecting dogs. We break down what you need to know.